Today, guys. So my name is Greg. Today is going to be our introductory round to basically our channel. So what we want to do today, kind of give you a little insight about me. Currently, we're at my home course, which is Country View here in Lancaster, Texas. It's about 15 minutes from my house. I love this course. It's a favorite local municipal here in the area. So what we're going to do, guys, you're going to get to know me today. We're going to have a couple conversations throughout the round, so that way you guys can know a little bit about me and why I'm doing this journey. A little right. It'll play. 160 to the pin. All right. So this shot, I'm probably going to go, let's hit a soft 7 just to get it there. We're opening up. It's the first hole. You recording? All right, but that's okay. That's part of golf. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to recover. Just try to get up and down. Let's see if we can. All right. Just the left side of the green. Let's try to get up and down for bogey. And there we go. That's good. All right, so we got about a 6-foot putt for bogey. Just trying to recover here to make sure we don't get too high on that scorecard. Should be a standard putt. Gonna come down a little quick. Gonna break a little to the left. Ah, just outside. Well, double bogey, guys. But that's okay. The great thing about golf, it's always another hole.
Tell the folks a little about yourself.
Well, so a little bit about me. My name's Greg, obviously, and I am an Army vet. I got disabled during my time in service. A little bit about why I'm out here and why I'm golfing and why I thought it'd be important to record is I found golf to be a great outlet for me. I struggle with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And I really struggle also after my time in service when I got disabled with not being as physically active as I used to be. I was always at home on the couch. I wasn't really doing anything. And what I really needed was I needed an outlet. And golf was that for me. And it started off with something just for work where I was just golfing with, guys from work because that's what they do. But then what I realized is golf is a challenging game and it can teach me a lot. Golf has a lot of highs and lows. Look at the last hole. I got a double bogey, but guess what I got in this hole? Another opportunity. So, for me, golf's a little deeper than just a sport. For me, it teaches me a lot about life. So, got a little par 4. This is one of my favorite holes on the course. It's probably one of the more difficult because you have a very tight window down there at the end. So I'm just trying to hit a 200 shot, just hit it somewhere out towards the middle, hopefully towards that 150 marker and give myself a good look in. So, not a best tee shot What we're going to try to do is just lay it through this gap right here. Just get it out there in the middle, and try to recover. Not every shot's going to be a great shot. Right through the gap, baby. We got a really tight gap up here. I don't really have a shot into the green very well. Not one that I'm confident in yet after those first few strikes. So what we're going to do, we're going to play smart golf. We're just going to lay up down there in the middle. Nothing crazy. Just a nice little chippy 8-iron. And there we go. All right, 135 to the pin, 125 to the front. So let's hit a pitching wedge. Let's see if we can dance. Tough one, guys. Tough one. But the great thing about this, my first time recording on video, so we're going to get to go together. All right, so we're taking a drop. I went OB. So what do we do when we go OB? We take a drop and we try to recover. And there we go, guys. That's how we recover. Break a little, not by much. I'm just going to send it right at it. Hopefully it trickles in there for me. Boom. And there we go, baby. Okay, so we got a little par 4. There's water down at the end, so we need to keep it left. So we're just going to try to aim for these trees and let it gently fade back in. Dude, what? It was a play I won. I just went a little too far left. Hey, we're not in the trees. I'll take it. All right, guys. So honestly, this should be a 4-iron for me, but my 4-iron is currently broken because I broke it while swinging it. So we're gonna hit a 5-iron, play it to the left, and just try to play a little bit of smart golf here. And there we go. And that'll play, boys. All right. So this course, a lot of people, everyone who's played this course knows, but if you haven't, you would not know. Every green here and every tee box is elevated. So what that means is you got to take a steeper angle of attack into the greens. So I'm going to try to take a 58 here. I got room to run. So I'm going to take, nice one quarter, I'd say maybe a half swing and just get it on up there. We'll keep the feet close together. And we should play, guys. I'm going to have to give it a little power. It's going to break right. So I'm going to have to give it a little power to get up the hill and also keep it from breaking as hard. So let's see what we can do here, guys. just outside. Can't win them all. All right, guys. Got us a little par 5, a little water to our right. We're just going to try to send one down in the middle. Here's hoping. Better. Sign in the trees, guys. What we're going to do, we're going to take a 5-iron, put it at the back of our stance, and just keep those hands forward and see what we can do. Right through the gap, baby. What a recovery. So we got about 100 yards out. 100 yards, for me, I'm currently going through a couple swing changes. So that used to be like a 58-degree in for me. And I would do like a 3/4 swing. But I've been working on using this 50-degree a little more. And catching a little clip here, give it a little more spin, keeping it a little lower, but also just not using as much effort. Went right. Okay. Let's try to get up and down. But yep, I got a downhill slope. So that makes this chip a little different than what I thought it was walking up to it. So that means I'm gonna have to leave it a little short on the fringe, and let it kind of trickle out, or else it's just gonna roll right off the green. So I'm gonna take a 58, try to just chip it right on top of that hill and let it trickle out. Too much. Catch spinny. It looks like it was spinny, so we should be okay. Far on our chip. I don't really feel comfortable putting this one because this rough is a little too thick. So we're gonna chip it. We're gonna try to get it halfway there and let it trickle out. And there we go. So hit a good, decent little chip in here. I wish it was a little tighter, to be honest, but this one's a little bit of a complicated green. This one's going to break pretty hard to the left. It looks a little snappy. I missed it just left. Well, got a bogey. All right, guys, so we got a little par 4, water at the end that guards the green. We're going directly into wind. So I'm going to take my 3-iron, which is typically like my 240 club, because the wind's coming decently strong. And we're just going to try to lay something out there in the middle. Oh, we laid it out in the middle. Car path, baby! Honestly, we're going to have a halfway decent look in. If that's my miss, I'll take that miss. See, we got 168 and a little uphill, so it's probably going to play about 172 or so. Let's hit a 7-iron if I can find it. There you are, baby. Ooh, right. Well, that's in the water, guys.
Nice shot.
Here we go. All right, we got a downhill. Gonna brake to the left. Give it just enough pace to get down the hill, but not too much to run out. Well, I didn't give it enough, but we'll take it. And there we go. All right. So we got 2-shot over water, about 140 in. We got wind in our face. Let's see up a little 8-iron, choke down on it, and see what we can do. And if you guys can't tell by my dripping sweat, it's a little humid out here. There we go. So my cameraman got a little excited. Carry the green a little long. Shouldn't be too crazy of a chip. Just a very standard chip. Put it in the middle of your stance. Feet about a foot apart. Nice little 1/4 swing. And we gave ourselves a putt. Let's see if we can get a par. All right. So we got about 10, 12 footer. Breaking to the right, uphill. Our poor little cup. You're looking a little rough. Let's see if we can make his day a little better. Just outside. Oh, dude, that was it. That's tough, guys. That's tough. But can't win them all. All right, so let's see here, guys. We got 105 in. Nothing too crazy. I'm saying let's take a 50 degree. And try to do something with it.
So I'm about to hold on to
Yeah, so last time I was here, believe it or not, I had my very first hole in one. And if you'd like to see it, you can go check out our shorts and our clips, because I definitely have it in there. It was my first ever hole in one. I've never hit a hole in one before. Right now, I've only been playing golf about 3 years, and I'd say I've really been taking it somewhat seriously the last, I'd say, year or so, and really starting to try to play better golf. As you can see, definitely, in the works. But hey, we're gonna work through it together, guys. And so, I want to show you guys the good. I want to show you the bad, because I feel like there's a lot of good golf on YouTube, but nobody ever shows their bad rounds. And, I have days I can go out and shoot, high 70s. I have days I can go out and shoot 90. So, golf is a thinkety game, but my goal is this year is to be more consistent. And we're dancing, guys. One thing I wanted to talk about real quick as well is, the health benefits golf has given me. When I started golfing, I was 360 pounds. I'm currently, give or take, a couple pounds here or there, about 258. Depending on what day of the week it is. Fridays, your boy loves to grub down a little bit. But, I just wanted to let you guys know, when you get out here in golf, there's a lot more to it. There's health benefits, there's mental benefits, you build mental resilience. There's so much more to it than just golf. All right, so we got a downhill putt. Looks like it's going to break to the right. Just outside. That was quick. Dang, T, I was really hoping you'd help me out. Just short. Yeah. Bogey, guys. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. Ah. Let's see here. A little short, but it'll play, guys. So I had a little chip here. We left it short. We're just going to try to trickle it onto the fringe and let it trickle onto the green. A little long, but it'll play. It'll play. So we got a little downhill slider. Let's see if we can be a touch player today. Huh? Why not us?
Shit, I'm not getting no mic sound.
It's on.
So finish it.
All right, so I wanted, today is kind of, to show you guys a little bit more about me, kind of why I wanted to start this journey. So I do struggle heavily with anxiety and depression, and PTSD, not just from my time in service, but from childhood trauma. Golf has been extremely therapeutic for me. It's given me a safe space to be myself. I'm currently sitting on the 9th hole at Country View, and one hole over is actually what I consider to be my safe space. Looking down hole 1 back at the clubhouse is where I go in my head when I need to retreat from my PTSD symptoms. And I imagine that place. I imagine how the wind feels. I imagine how the grass feels. And it's so peaceful. You know, golf has given me a sense of peace within myself. And when I'm out on the golf course, even on my worst day, as you can see, today's not my best day, I'm still having a great day. And I think that's something everybody can enjoy. And I would just love to share my journey with you guys. Par 4. Driver hasn't been hitting well, but we need to get confident with it. I'm feeling confident, guys. Let's see if we can be confident. Well, we were confident, but maybe too confident. Maybe too confident.
Still go. It went about 200.
Still a play, though. So we're over here in the rough. Hit a horrible tee shot. But what we're going to try to do, I really don't feel confident going over it because there's a small gap right here. I'd have to hit a draw. So I'm going to keep it low. Excuse me, buddy. Hey, you, Mr. Roadrunner. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying not to hit you. Yeah, I'm talking to you, bro. Can you move, please? Thank you. So you got to talk to him sometimes. Not so fast, Skip. I'll take that recovery shot. Guys, so pins tucked up front. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're going to do kind of a bump and run with a little 50 degrees. Just put it on top of that hill and let it trickle out. Just what we said, guys. All right, downhill, braking to the left. Just didn't brake enough. Great speed, Greg. And that's all she wrote, guys. So thank you guys for coming for a round with me today. I hope you guys learn a little bit about me and what I'm about. I'm excited for you guys to come on the journey with me as I try to become a better golfer, but not just a better golfer, but a better person. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next week.